What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to Zeus, how you've never seen it in War Robots before. Ladies and gentlemen, one-hit killing Mars robots, Typhons and all other things. It's gonna happen with a very old weapon in War Robots, the fully Mk3 maxed Zeus on the Crisis robot with the legendary pilot, the Kestrel damage boost, with a death mark up to 100% more damage, nuclear amp 80% more damage, overpower with the legendary pilot on the Crisis robot 45% more damage. You can really do some damage now, ladies and gents, with the old Zeus, which is one of the most iconic weapons in all of War Robots. I remember when I was at Moscow, Pixonic HQ, I visited them. I made pictures with Adrian and myself, you can see right here, where we we're having like a plastic or a wooden model of the Zeus in our hands, and it's just insanely fun, man. We made some pictures and I still remember this. It is one of the first really like heavy weapons in War Robots, and Carnage was running around, very popular back in the days with double Zeus. But what we can see now with the weapon is completely insane. We have 4 of them with so many damage boosts running simultaneously that the Zeus can literally one-hit kill a Mars robot now when you run 4 of them at the same time. Here, I'm getting sniped by a 500-meter spear Capri, and then I realized, wait a minute, why am I letting him fire at me, dude? I have 600 meters range. I don't need to let him shoot me, right? And so I just walk away a little bit and zam! I slap him for, I don't know, 50% of damage across half the entire map, dude. Zeus is a completely outdated weapon. The damage output of Zeus isn't really this good. The lock-on is really outdated and should be removed. Quite honestly, just remove the entire lockdown mechanic. I've said it plenty of times for all lockdown weapons. But the fact that this ultra old weapon can do this, it's just nuts. I can't even, I don't know, when I played this, I didn't expect it because I thought it was going to work mediocre at best. But I forgot how much more damage boost you get with the nuclear amps, right? With the Kestrel drone, with the overpower ability from the Crisis robot himself with the legendary pilot, activating also shield break at the moment you fire. So let's just spin this a little further in our heads. What does that mean for Thermite? A weapon that by itself already does, what, 80,000 damage per hit? Now you don't need to worry about energy shields. You have this many damage boosts. So ladies and gentlemen, you know what video comes sometime soon next, right? I hope you're ready for it. And if you are, ladies and gentlemen, then please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet. I rarely ever say this. Why am I never everybody else on the YouTube platform says like, oh, come, subscribe. I never even say this. Guys, if you like the content, you enjoy it, and you want to see more, please consider subscribing if you haven't done it yet. I would really appreciate it. Oh, bye. What was it? Orochi, yeah? It was an Orochi, I believe. So this guy, he was waiting for his chance. You saw he was not moving out of that cover until I finally did something else. And then he came. He was so afraid of these 6 years old Zeus weapons, or 7, how many years is it? I can't even tell, that he did not want to move out until that moment. So what do we have here? There's a Titan. Oh, now he's coming. Okay. Oh man, the reload is kicking in. The reload of this overpower ability is the problem, not the Zeus reload. But here, look, bye, dude. Once that overpower comes active, this is when I can ignore all energy shields and get the 45% damage boost. It's just insane. So I thought I was gonna die here in this situation, but I'm actually still here, and I'm able to walk around back in safety, thankfully. I'm getting immensely fast. I don't know why I'm this fast. Do I get a speed boost also when I activate the ability? No, I don't, right? I don't know, I was mad fast right there. So we're healing up a little bit. There comes an enemy Mars robot, but he doesn't understand, or maybe he does, that his shield is not gonna work against me. So whenever I want to, I can activate the button and just hit him really hard. And that was maybe one or two of the Zeus that actually got through there. The rest got hit in the cover, or hit the walls. If he comes out to play, I'm gonna have some fun playing with the dude. Here, oh! Look at this 60% health just going into dude, this is insane. I don't know. You know, we can speak about overpowered things all day long, and you know I'm the kind of guy who really puts Pixonic up against the wall and says, yo, no, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, you gotta fix this, you gotta fix this. But when I see an old weapon as such an old weapon that nobody ever even would think about using in the Champions League. When a weapon like this can perform well again, because, you know, the robot and the boosts and everything make it possible, then I'm not gonna complain, because it's great when an old weapon is fun again, you know? The thing, of course, it means, like, what if you use all of that together with Reaper? And in a video that I've made 2 days ago with the, what's it called? The Yuangji or whatever, those laser weapons, you know, this is a problem. And there I can't help but complain that it's too powerful and annoying, and it should, you know, it destroys the game. But if an old Zeus can perform well, I mean, this is something great. This is something I'm not going to complain about. So, yeah. Also, this will be a video coming up here. The Talon, the heavy version of these new Claw Jaw Talon rockets. Because I told you I made a video. Look at this damage. My goodness. I made a video about how to play the Crisis Robot, and I told you you should probably use the Smuta as the curving bullets. I forgot, however, that there's another weapon that doesn't require line of sight. You can shoot over cover with the Talon as well. And this weapon actually has an unrivaled amount of damage output over even longer periods of time. So, completely crazy. Okay. Also, by the way, there's a chance that a giveaway can start tomorrow. I don't know, really. I'm still in the talks with. Why? That was, what is it? Erebus? I don't know. What was it? Hold on. I believe it is an Erebus. Yeah, we know the Erebus doesn't have this much HP, but he has a lot of shields. The thing is, though, his shields don't work against this setup. I just press the button here, overpower, and then zang, and he's gone, man. Unbelievable how powerful this is. Yeah, so there might be a giveaway coming out tomorrow, maybe. I can't really say for sure right now. I'm still in the talks. I'm still trying to see what I can give away. It could be maybe 200, what's it called here? Crisis robots, for example. Or, excuse me, or perhaps, and I'm trying, maybe 100 Rooks or so, Rook Titans. But as far as I remember, Titans are not something we can give away very often. So I have a bit of hope, but I can't say it looks very promising for that. But, you know, let me see what I can get to you guys. And let's see if it's tomorrow or if it's next week. But I'm trying to get into another giveaway for you real soon, okay? Again, another reason why it would probably would be probably gonna be a good idea to subscribe and be ready for it. Did you see how I killed the Skyros ball? Because he was not leaving that frickin' ball mode. He was not leaving that resistance mode he's got. But I have the roulette battleship. And that means I have heavy corrosion damage that I can add to somebody, especially when he's on one location and he stays there and he keeps getting higher and higher stacks of corrosion. Then he will really just suffer massive damage despite his resistance, and that's how I killed half an entire Skyros ball right there, because he just wouldn't move. He would bathe and sit in that corrosion, and he just suffered all that damage through his resistance and got killed. That was really cool. Here's an enemy Nether robot, and I'm always surprised to see how insanely much damage the Nether robot absorbs with his initial protection defense system resistance thingy, whatever he has. I don't even know how to call this. You know, every time you start dealing damage to a Nether robot, he's not gonna start to take damage. Look at this, look at this, look at this Typhon. Zup! Thankfully for him, he made it into cover. About 50% the way in of my firing pattern. Otherwise he would be dead now. Yeah, but this Zeus thing, it just, I don't know how much damage it is. Maybe I do 250,000 or 200,000 damage when I press the button to fire, especially after my damage boosts are active, right? When the nuclear amp is charged and all this. I think I can do 250 or 200,000 damage per button press every 4 or 5 seconds when the Zeus is recharged. Although only every second shot I can combine it with the overpower ability from the Crisis robot. But the damage is insane, and I'm just still surprised that like that full charge goes into a Nether robot and he takes no damage because that first shot is basically fully absorbed by his initial defense systems, and only the next shot will start to deal damage and almost kill him. But it's crazy that initial defense system of of that Nether is really powerful, and the Lynx has the same system. I'm not sure if it has the same amount of defense, you know. Actually, this is something we may have to test. This is something for Aegir maybe, because he really loves doing these versus comparisons. So this is something maybe Aegir could do. I'll play it over to him, send him this video, and let him know that this is something we would need to know. Of course, I could do the test myself, but Aegir is really good in this versus comparison stuff. He loves doing this, and maybe he can do it. And then we can find out how much damage absorption does the Nether actually have, like in amount of HP damage, and how much damage absorption does the Lynx robot have, because he has a similar defense system thing going on. Yeah, would be interesting to know. And also, how long exactly does it take for the system to recharge? Because the Nether robot, you can, after you drop this defense system, you can deal damage to him for a while, for 10 seconds, maybe 15, I don't know. And then it will reactivate this initial defense system, and you have to break through that again before you can start dealing the full damage. So a lot of things that, you know, are basically like soft stats that are in the game, that change a lot in the game, but that I have never really fully explored and tested. But yeah, this video here is about the Crisis robot. Massively powerful, fun machine, especially when you use it with old weapons. I think, you know, it's okay. You can talk about using Reaper and these Yuangi laser thingies. They're completely broken and overpowered, and they're just really stupid. They're really just stupid and basically suck the fun right out of the game, if you ask me, because there's no challenge involved anymore when you can kill literally anything flying up, despite being Titan resistance with Reflector or whatever, the Force Field Aether Titan. Doesn't matter, the Reaper goes through all of that. Video is coming up, by the way. Or even Last Stand, or Harpies and Sirens and Seraphs, Skyros, doesn't matter. The Reaper brutalizes all of it, and basically most of that even with one clip. There's like no challenge, but if you put an old weapon on it, I can't say it's completely overpowered and broken. It's actually just fun to see an old weapon do well, and I really love it. And this sometimes makes me wish, it's just like my own little dream, right? That these setups that are so powerful and sometimes overpowered, and that they are like, maybe they should only be able to use old weapons, because when you combine this with the new stuff, that's when the problems begin. But if you put older stuff on it, it's actually really, you know, it fits into the game better. But it's just something for, you know, a little food for thought. Maybe. Bye, dude. Viking59. Sorry, my friend. You were just at the wrong place at the wrong time, man. And you got hit by that little zapper. That zap really got you. Zap! And it's so fast, too. Like, you have very little time to react to the Zeus. If you look at the enemy and you know he's got Zeus and you know he's gonna fire, you can press the phase shift button, for example, just in time. He starts to fire and you realize, pop, you press phase shift. And that was... Let's just look at this again. 100% Mars robot, and I know many of you hate the Mars robots because it's hard to deal with them and with their shields. Crisis robot again doesn't matter about the shield, and he's like zang by Mars in one hit. And yeah, if he has phase shift, he can press the button just in time to prevent the damage from coming in. But if you A, you don't have phase shift, or B, maybe you're looking somewhere else, the unloading takes only like 1 second from the Zeus, in which you take all this damage. And if you don't manage to get away from that in this short time, I mean, look, this is an Aether Titan. You just lost 25% HP or 20. It's crazy. I love it. I love it. It's such an iconic, fun weapon that is just great to use again here. It's just there's a reason why Pixonic has a replica made of wood. Painted with colors in their HQ, because it's like one of the weapons that made War Robots kind of where it is today. Like, it's not the weapon itself, but it was there when the game began. It was there when everything started, and to see us having fun with that weapon this many years later is kind of a really awesome thing, if you ask me. So yeah, would you please stop with that, dude? This guy just keeps sending his what's it called here, the Boulevard and Kisten at me, but I triggered my stealth on the Crisis, and that's why his weapon went into the ground. My robot activated stealth, and so his weapon lost the tracking. Also, a question I wonder, maybe the rockets should be able to track targets below, if they were fired, because you have to target lock them, which, by the way, shouldn't even exist anymore. Target lock on is so outdated, but you have to lock on, you have to fire the rocket in the time he's not stealthed. So maybe the rocket should at least ignore the stealth when it was activated after sending the rocket, you know? What do you think, guys? Should Vortex Thermite Aphid, and Bulava and Kiston, should they maybe ignore stealth if the stealth was activated after firing the rocket? Because, you know, you could argue that the rocket has its own built-in guiding system, and maybe it works differently than the guiding system the robot has himself. Because these weapons are called fire and forget type of missiles, because they track themselves. So maybe you could argue that they could be able, I don't know, with heat signature or whatever, find their target even if it activates a stealth system afterwards. Something, again, food for thought. For now, thank you for watching. Again, take a look at the channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, would be cool if you could do it. And I'll catch you in the next video. Manni signing off. Bye-bye.